I don't believe in conspiracy theories, but I do have one.
This is how all great conversations start.
And when I say this, think I'm crazy, but now they're all starting to believe me now. Have you ever been on Google Maps and you've missed the turn and then you keep going and it actually ends up being like 3 minutes quicker?
Yes.
So I have a theory, you know, with the atomic habits and the percentage of one. I'm like, if Google Maps have some sort of deal with the government.
Hey fam, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another reaction. This is Segovia coming to you live from the man cave. I hope everyone out there is having a good Sunday, y'all. Had a couple of y'all put me in check. It was Saturday yesterday. I felt like it was Sunday. Today's typically my Monday. I start working on Sundays. So my days are a little thrown off here and there, but thank you guys. You guys made my day yesterday when I found out it was Saturday. This whole time I thought it was Sunday all day. I'm over here grilling a big old meal. Now I got to grill a big old meal again today. But hey, we're back with another reaction. I did some changes, right? I went back to how the videos were. I made it zoomed in a little bit, so some things are cut off. I apologize, right? I'm gonna try not to talk so much this episode. I told you guys last episode I was on something. I feel like my mic was messed up last episode. I had it too close to my face, so this time it's a little backed up. Everything should be smooth. Sit back and enjoy the reaction.
All about control. Every dictatorship has one obsession, and that's it. So in ancient Rome, they gave the people bread and circuses. They kept the populace busy with entertainment. Other dictatorships use other strategies to control ideas, knowledge. How do they do that? Lower education, they limit culture, censor information, censor any means of individual expression. Important to remember this. This is a pattern. It repeats itself in history.
Kamala Harris. What do you think her chances are to become the first black woman president?
Sure you want to ask me this?
Yes.
Okay. When they first put her on the ticket, I was hopeful. 3 months into her tenure as vice president, I had lunch with someone who worked in her office. I was less confident. And I'm not saying that to be mean. She knows what they're doing. She knows that everything that she's involved in right now is a lie. Mm. She's being a complicit, a working part in defrauding the American public and lying to them. Let's just be honest. The matter, the popular vote is to keep us busy. The electoral vote has been bought and paid for centuries now at this point. I'm going to stick to the Cardi B way. You know what I'm saying? Cardi B said the other day, Kamala Harris the way all the way to the top, and she proud of her, and go Ma. Go White House. That's what Cardi B said. I think it's clear we are not prepared. I think they should stop fronting and just declare martial law like they want to and put the tanks in the street and then say, fuck, you know, it's militia time. Let's do it.
Would you prefer Biden keep running? Or do you feel like he had to
I would prefer they tell the truth that that's damn robot.
I've been seeing videos.
I'm understanding why Trump calls him Sleepy Joe. Because Joe Biden sleeps with the fishes. Mm. That makes perfect sense.
That's been trending lately on Twitter. X. That's been trending lately.
I'm just saying. He looked and turned and said to everybody, he's a Manchurian candidate. Like, what? Like, it's almost like he was ready to grab the. Can't you see this ain't real?
Yeah.
We got some UK family out there in the UK. How we looking out there? Y'all doing okay? Y'all safe? It's looking like it was looking for us back in 2020. Tap in below, all my UK, United Kingdom folks out there. How's it going out there for you guys?
At war with Russia now.
They
haven't told you. Haven't told you.
So say that again?
We're actually at war with Russia now. I met with Andrei Kellen, the Russian ambassador in London a couple of months ago, and he said that we know that your people are firing those Storm Shadow missiles at us out of Ukraine because you couldn't train the Ukrainians to do it. We know you're doing it, and I mean everybody knows that there are lots of US, UK, French. The French are in there.
I thought it was the Brits were down on the ground and special advisors.
Yeah.
Training sessions and teaching them and showing them.
Isn't that how?
But they were apparently. That's how we started with the Vietnam War.
Vietnam War, yeah.
Dude, what the fuck are we doing poking the bear? That's really stupid.
They're determined to get us into a war with Russia, and thank God we've got someone in Putin who at least has got some brains.
Mate, now you sound like a Putin lover.
Well, I'm not. I'm not convinced any of them are any good. But at the end of the day, if you look at the facts, since '91, we've moved NATO 1,000 miles nearer to Moscow. They haven't moved nearer to us.
No, they haven't.
And if you think about what we were trying to do, the EU wanted to bring in Ukraine for whatever reason, and NATO wanted it, and they'd have put missiles on the border of Russia. Well, I mean, what did America do when the old Soviet Union tried to put missiles in Cuba 90 miles off the Florida coast?
Yeah, exactly.
They weren't having it, were they?
No.
And if you look back, the Russians have told us for long enough Ukraine's got to remain neutral. You know, we're not going to let it get them. They've told us this for a very long time.
So hold on one sec. You said Rishi wants out, and then
Rishi doesn't want to be Rishi's told the generals he doesn't want to be a wartime prime minister.
Really? So who's calling the shots? Is it the generals, or the prime minister, or someone else? Because
this is the United States stock market crash of 1929. We're about 5 years away from the 100-year anniversary of that. Yesterday, the stocks dropped 600. A lot of people were concerned. I got a lot of calls yesterday, trust me. Today, now it's down 1,000. Oh, damn, twice as bad as yesterday. People around the world are wondering, are we going to have a global recession? I say, yeah, we need the dream team. Help us. Back to the article. Look here, we're at a 20-year high for interest rates. The U.S. Central Bank will have to do something bigger than traditional, than cut 0.25% to avert a recession. This is not good. We need some leadership here. Dream team. My name's Cryptoholic, 7 a.m. Pacific time. We're going over this on YouTube. I'll see you there.
I'm about to prove to you that this Miami alien incident that we had earlier this year was 100% real, and there's an underwater alien base off the coast of Florida. Let's get into it. Proof starts right here with a remote viewing session from the CIA done in 1987, where the remote viewer projected his consciousness to several alien bases throughout the world. He gives you details about 3, but we are focusing on the Titan base today. Now, if you want to hear about the other 2 bases detailed in this document, just let me know in the comments, but moving on with the Titan base. Second page showed these coordinates right here were associated with the Titan base. The problem I had, though, is I couldn't find these coordinates on a map. They didn't show up anywhere. So I did a little digging, and I entered the first coordinate by itself into a DuckDuckGo search, and it came up with this. It is shorthand for Miami-Dade County, where the aliens popped up at, but let's keep going. There's another remote viewing session done about these bases, and the coordinates are much clearer in this one. So I took my first coordinate, which I knew was shorthand for Miami-Dade, and then I entered the second coordinate as it was, and look what I found. Titan base is located off the coast of Florida in the middle of the ocean, directly across from the Miami-Dade Mall where those aliens showed up. I'm telling you, it was aliens at the mall in Miami.
The media in I love to see people go deep down the rabbit hole and do some research, and you might have found something out there in Florida. Where else would there be a damn alien base other than Florida, right?
General is scared of people they can't control.
Yeah.
Which you're kind of. That's why, to talk about your company, like that's why those bullshit articles would come out when the earnings
every time out. Yeah, every single time.
Why? Because Dave and you guys built this brand that can't be controlled,
right? That we don't have,
and you try and get after them. You don't have the women part, and no we have a woman CEO or this thing or that thing. It's just like people that they can't truly control are dangerous people.
They've hopped on every single angle to try to take us down throughout the years. It's literally just gone from like one thing to the next, and it's just like, all right, we're still here.
I would say the majority of them too are so unethical.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like the practices now is just it's a fucking joke.
Yeah,
and that's politics.
There's bias in all of it,
Yeah.
right? Which is should be journalism.
And then
should
to
be
get back
unbiased.
to the core of what the hell's going on right now, we have a guy who's been, whether rightly or wrongly, a kangaroo court or whatever, been indicted on felonies, and a guy who's shitting his pants.
It's pretty good.
And then we got Bobby, who doesn't give a chance to even be in debates.
I don't really watch ESPN no more like I used to. Are they still talking about Aaron Rodgers being the GOAT, the greatest of all time? Or do they switch over to Patrick Mahomes from that? Are they talking about him during this training camp? I don't watch really ESPN no more, really at all. I'm always on YouTube, but or are they kind of going away from him, giving him that praise because how he's been talking in the media, the podcast media, right?
Not sure if you guys caught this, but MSNBC was exposed today for yet another set of lies. They deceptively edited together this video of different Joe Rogan comments to make it appear that he was singing the praises of Kamala Harris.
She's going to win. No, she's not. She can win. She is a strong woman. She is a person who served overseas twice. She in a medical unit. She was a congresswoman for 8 years. Yeah. She is a person of color. She's everything you want. She's going to win. No, she's not. She can win. They just want no Trump, no matter what.
This is
wait, because he was talking about Tulsi, right? Is that how they played it on MSNBC? That is crazy. That is crazy.
Not reflective at all of the truth of what Joe Rogan said. And I think MSNBC has since taken this post down. But what's really serious here is that not only does Joe Rogan deserve an apology, there's actually something far bigger at stake here. This is yet another example of how MSNBC is working hand in glove with the Democrat elite and the Kamala Harris campaign to try to spread lies, simply things that are not true. So what this means is MSNBC is a for-profit corporation. They are helping Kamala Harris's election campaign. And what they are doing through their platform would qualify as an in-kind contribution to her campaign. It's worth a lot of money. The fact that they are doing this should require the Federal Elections Commission that manages campaign spending and campaign finance to require them to report this as an in-kind campaign contribution or to be punished for abusing their position in trying to use their platform that has nothing to do with journalism. It is purely a propaganda platform, and that they are using this in order to try to help Kamala Harris get elected. These people need to be held accountable for what they're doing, because otherwise they will continue to do this, continue to abuse their platform and their power to try to deceive the American people and help her get elected.
What's happening, the attack, assuming it is from Israel, because Donald Trump survived. And it's an interesting correlation, but the idea being shortly after the assassination attempt, news broke that Iran was planning an assassination of Trump, and that kind of just disappeared overnight. Like it blipped on the radar and then was gone.
Never we looked at it and then it was gone. Yeah.
Because the narrative was, many people believe, Trump would have, if Trump were to have lost his life, then the media would have reported it was an Iranian-backed attack. When the FBI came out and said they found social media for the shooter that was anti-Semitic and anti-immigration, they would have argued that it was because of Trump's support of Israel. And then Nikki Haley becomes the nominee. Whether it's Biden or Kamala or Nikki Haley, they're all pro-war. Nikki Haley demands retaliation for Trump's life being taken, and that's how they get their casus belli for war with Iran. That didn't happen, so maybe that was never going to happen. Who knows? And now we have Israel striking Iranian territory.
At the end of the day, they just want war. Money. That's it. That's it.
You live in Paris. I've told you all before, I saw fires. I saw buildings on fire. I saw an attack against Paris. And the Eiffel Towers, I remember seeing there's smoke coming up. But now the Lord took me even more. That's all I saw. And I thought, wow, something's fixing to happen with fires in Paris. I felt like in my heart it was related to terrorist issues. But I saw the president of the prime minister, whoever, Emmanuel Macron. So so like I said, I'm not going to get into a lot of that.
Isn't it crazy that little country was like conquering the world at one point in time?
Sorry, I'm from Great Britain. Hi.
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 Yeah, you guys did too.
We had a great run.
It wasn't
We had a
bad.
great, I tell you what, we used to own this.
Sort of.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
It is crazy. It's crazy how empires rise and fall. And that's one of the things that people are wondering currently about America. If we're in the last throes of a dying empire.
Well, I got a hot take on this.
Please.
I don't think they do. So I don't think the Roman Empire fell. I think it became a church. I think the Rome fell, but the Roman Empire became the church. Where's all the money from the Roman Empire?
The Vatican.
In the basement of the Vatican is where it is. Yeah, that's. I don't think the
Have you
British,
been?
the Vatican.
Yeah. Whew.
It's incredible.
Bizarre.
It's incredible. It's a city within a city.
The wealth, the sheer wealth in art is overwhelming.
Yeah.
Like St. Peter's Basilica, when I walked in there, my mouth was open the entire time I was there. Like,
I don't know if I put this on a clip on here or if I saw it somewhere when I was just strolling through YouTube Shorts or something, but they were saying that the Catholic Church has the most real estate out of anybody on earth, right? The Roman Empire, the Roman Catholic Church. Every neighborhood has 2 or 3 Catholic churches, right? Every neighborhood, every city, in every state, in every country, all over the world. Ain't that crazy? And they don't pay taxes.
Believe it was supposed to be clickbait, but then it kind of lined up with some other information that I got. Jay-Z was recently questioned about his involvement in bringing underage girls to freak-offs. And apparently some of the testimony that they've gotten from Foxy Brown for the Keepy B trial is now starting to blow back on the Carter.
Did you see that Ice Cube says that Diddy's being targeted?
Is the Big Three playing over here at American Airlines this summer?
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't supposed to. It was supposed to be done last year. Yeah, Big Three was over. And Ice Cube started speaking out and talking about how the powers that be and the elites and the this and the that. And now all of a sudden he's saying Diddy got set up and the Big Three coming back, huh? My. How illuminated! He was a sellout once and he's a sellout now. He's never told the truth about why he really left. Why he really left NWA. And he's never told the truth about what happened between him and Dre. Wonder why. Something shameful there? I don't know. I do know Yo-Yo. I also know Michelle A. You know, the women that they threw away. Those are my friends. I'd love to see Michelle A on this guy.
Yeah, we should make that happen.
Can you imagine that 36,000 years ago, according to mainstream, we were like hunter-gatherers just trying to find scraps on the ground and scavenging to eat and group hunt mammoths and all this kind of crazy stuff and living out of caves and everything else. And at the same time that's all supposed to be going on, this is being written. This is being written, right? So let me ask you this question based on bare bones logic. If you're living in a civilization where your main goal of the day is to survive and just find some type of food and shelter, do you have time to write these kind of works of art? Do you have time to understand quantum physics, quantum mechanics, theoretical physics, philosophy, frequencies and vibrations? Do you have time for that? So something ain't adding up. Either some people came here with some real knowledge, or they don't want us to know that these people came here with the real knowledge, because they don't teach you this in school.
Yeah, that's why they took Bibles out to school. That's why they took prayer out to school. They're telling you, don't speak about Christ, but you can speak about your religion or homosexuality. You can speak about Islam. You can speak about Buddha. Don't mention Jesus. The blasphemy in that movie, Deadpool. I went to go watch Deadpool, right? I had to repent. Literally. Had to tell God, forgive me. I should have saw it from a mile away. But at the end of the day, that's why we're supposed to expose these. Went to go see the movie just happy to just spend time with my wife, right? They blasphemed the Lord Jesus the whole movie while they were pushing pushing out coexisting, pushed out coexisting, but they blasphemed the one who is seated at the right hand of the Father. All the movie, he kept mocking Jesus, saying his name in vain, and they made the Wolverine stay on the cross like he was Christ. And then they talk about coexist, but they mock Christianity. That's what they do. And then I'm supposed to say quiet, but I can't say nothing, right? Don't say no, you're so emotional. No, I'm gonna call out the devil, bro. That's satanic, that's demonic, that's intentional. Imagery is intentional. A director knows what he's doing. When I'm taking a film, when I'm doing different spots in my videos, you know what I'm looking for? Let me look at the sunlight. Let me look at this. Is there trees behind me? Is there maybe a leaf there? How can I make the image look nice? Make it intentional so that way they can focus in on the video. Boy, I'm not a director. Imagine a director who is backed by satanic George Soros and all these satanic people in high places. They're doing it on purpose. And they're putting in the minds of the people that it's okay. And they say all in the name of coexist, but let's just blaspheme Jesus. Ahab and Jezebel, I'll rebuke in the name of Jesus, bro.
Has any of y'all seen that new Deadpool movie? I've never been a fan of Marvel. I don't even know if it's a Marvel movie. Those comic book movies, I'm not a fan. In my opinion, I feel that that's what's killing movies, right? They don't make movies no more that when it comes on or you can't wait to watch it again, right? You watch a movie in the theater, you never want to even think about it again, right? At least those are the movies I've been seeing lately. But anyways, has anyone seen that Deadpool movie? Are they mocking Jesus Christ and all that? Down below, because I'll tell you what, I will never watch Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Tweeting as Biden.
I mean,
on her account, she forgot to switch accounts.
No.
Yes.
Oh.
You didn't see that?
No.
Investing in America means investing in all America. When I ran for president, I made a promise that I would leave no part of the country behind. Like.
No.
So she's tweeting as the president.
No.
But now we know who writes that stuff.
No.
Yes.
Our dear friend will be the first Indian American vice president in the history of the United States of America, Kamala Harris.
As many of you know, generations of my family come from India. My mother was born and raised in India, and I have family members who live in India.
The cell phone came out during the Vietnam War. We didn't get that until like 1992, I think it was. We called it the bowling pin, but it was available, a long time before then. And so I think they have the ability to draw things out extensively to just give us small amounts of advanced technology so that we as a civilization, the general population, advances much slower than they advance, giving them the ability to always be 10 steps ahead of us technologically. If they create technology that they dole out to us almost instantly or not too far behind, then we can always catch up to them. And if we catch up to them, then we become a threat. We cannot become a threat by any means necessary, so they keep us with technologies that are far, far behind what they have.
So the big question is, who is the they, right? But I believe that. I mean, since a little kid, we used to say we're 10 years behind technology, right? I'm sure it's more than that now, right? I've always been more than that. But as a little kid, I'm saying we used to say the military's 10 years ahead than what they're showing, technology, right? Those are things we said as a little kid playing around with our friends, and it's real.
Something's happening underneath. The helicopter guy goes, look, there's waves. Yeah. And we're looking at that lake up there. There's movements. It actually looks like somebody threw a rock in there or something.
Got some CaveFam out there in BC.
Yeah, the water's way higher than even yesterday.
It flows over top of that thing and then it flows. Comes down. Well, and as you go up the river and look back down.
So the landowner is telling us that these trees are 50-foot trees and now they are underwater.
Damn.
Looks like a lake.
BC. Scary things happening over there or what? Let me know. Tap in below. Looks beautiful though. I love me some forest, some woods.
For stovetop stuffing never existed. Do you remember stovetop stuffing? Do you remember Stofers making it? Well, apparently in this timeline, they never made stovetop stuffing.
You guys remember stovetop? Stouffer stuffing? I know I do.
Stovetop stuffing was made by Kraft, not Stofers. But I remember saying as a kid, Stouffer's stovetop stuffing and Thanksgiving. It never existed. Here's another one. Sweet tarts is one word, one T. I specifically remember sweet tarts being 2 words, 2 T's, separate.
Didn't look that
Separate.
deep
You're
at the
talking
sweet
about
tarts.
my childhood right here. Here's the Rice Krispies. There's no apostrophe S and there's no C. It's spelled with a K.
I remember a C.
Rice Krispie Treats is spelled with a K, not a C. Now, I distinctly remember it being spelled with a C and an apostrophe S. I know this. This is childhood. This is burnt into my brain. But you guys let me know if I'm tripping. Stouffer stovetop stuffing. Sweet tarts with 1 T. Rice Krispies is spelled with a K, no apostrophe S.
Other people will find strange or strongly disagree with.
I don't believe in conspiracy theories, but I do have one.
This is how all great conversations start.
And when I say this, think I'm crazy, but now they're all starting to believe me now. So, you use Google Maps.
Yeah,
right?
I can't wait to see where this is going.
Have you ever been on Google Maps and you've missed the turn and then you keep going and it actually ends up being like 3 minutes quicker?
Yes.
So I have a theory, you know, with the atomic habits and the percentage of 1. I'm like, if Google Maps have some sort of deal with the government to increase everyone's car journey by just 1%, there's going to be 1% more of cars going to all the petrol stations, buying more stuff, so then they're paying more VAT, so then I just like, and then paying more petrol, more diesel. And all my friends say they've noticed it now, and even if I know the way home, Google Maps would always send me a slightly longer way.
I put maps on every single time I get in the
So
car.
do I. It's a
I
quicker
put on
way.
Waze.
Yeah.
Waze is very good.
Hey.
And I just want the easiest route. It doesn't always have to be the quickest. I just want the easiest drive.
See, I want the quickest, and it might just get me there. I hate driving.
See, I never thought of this, but it's true. I mean, I do deliver, I do Spark, right? On the side. Daily. It'll take me a slightly different route because I don't really know my way around here, right? In Arizona, I used to do that, but I know my way on the streets and I know the back roads, right? So I wouldn't do it. I'm like, okay, but I've never thought of that. But watching this, I was like, they do that to me all the time out here in Texas because I got to follow it because I don't really know my way. I know my way a little bit, but like getting to people's houses to make a shortcut and do all that, but it'll take you through a neighborhood when you could have got on the freeway without going through that neighborhood, and it adds an extra 3-4 minutes, right? Then I'm pissed, like, so I don't know, maybe she's onto something with that. You guys notice that at all? I know I do daily.
Nobody is listening to this prediction by Post Malone. I wonder why.
Move somewhere, because whenever martial law is declared, you have...
He was on this interview where he said that the biggest lie is the US government and started explaining what we should do when all of our cards fail and martial law is declared.
Whenever your cards fail, whenever your banks fail and you can't use your card anymore, you have 3 days to get out of where you are, because that's when they're coming for you. That's the big move. That's checkmate right there. And they think they have you. But move out to the country, get your scraps, stand up for yourself, build a tower, build a long road to where you can see.
So 1.9 trillion is actual cash and all the rest of it is just...
Imagine we're at war with a country and then they have the best hackers.
Yeah.
Or whatever. This is all hypothetical. Bro. But you go to swipe your card and it doesn't work. And then everybody in America goes to swipe their card
and it doesn't
work.
Do you think that Post Malone is very aware of what's going on?
Currently.
See, I think they've been warning us for doing these little outages. You can't fly, power going out here and there, the internet going out, right? They're preparing us. They're telling us. They're warning us. These days, me included, because I don't get prepared, right? It starts working again. It goes in one ear and out the other, and I'm back on YouTube, whatever, right? Making my videos, right? But one of these days, I think they're going to pull that plug, and they ain't going to plug it back in for a while. And the majority of us are screwed because, right? It starts working again. We forget all about it, right? Let's hope not. But I wouldn't be surprised that the powers that be, if they lose their powers, they're going to do whatever it takes to regain their powers.
You try to Google the attempt assassination on Donald Trump and it doesn't even come up.
Crazy, yeah. Type in assassination of TRU. And
Yeah.
It doesn't autocomplete Trump.
And you look at the biggest donors for like the other side, we're talking about as far as like the Biden-Harris campaign, and it's
Right.
like Google is one of their biggest donors.
Yep.
And that's public?
That's public.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's all
Google
real.
is
That's right.
the biggest donor to the Democrat
Oh, and
Party.
their employers are
Yeah.
huge,
YouTube.
huge donors of the Democrats. And Google is a straight up insane company. The people, the senior leadership, the people who run the search algorithms, it is effectively a left-wing propaganda machine. A couple of years ago when I was doing my Senate campaign, somebody said, go and Google, can a man get pregnant? And I was like, well, why would I do that? You know, I know the answer to that question. He's like, just go do it. You type into Google, I don't know if this is still true, but it was true 2 years ago, can a man get pregnant? And the first search result is yes, a man can get pregnant. In fact, it happens more often than people think.
What?
Right. It's a weird company, but it actually, you realize it controls the flow of information.
Check Google, AdSense, YouTube. This is for entertainment purposes only. I promise.
This out. Give me some volume on this.
It's not even possible. Like, how did they know that Mars was the red planet, and why was it a worldwide fact? Saturn had rings. Yeah. Based upon what information?
It's true.
Because nobody worldwide is disagreeing. This is that thing that you see that all the Anunnaki guys that have that look like a wristwatch, and they always have it, and you're always trying to see what that is.
Yeah, what is that?
It is it's a compass. It's a timekeeping compass. And the emerald tablets of Thoth are literally mind-changing and mind-blowing. It's given in first person, and that's not possible. The things that are being said are impossible. Enough time has passed, though, that it's not like that. It literally says, hey, there's a spaceship on Earth, and this is where it is.
I said to the congressman, I didn't know he could preach like that.
Just cringy, y'all.
Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets, and let me tell you, as they say, they not like us.
Do I see people testifying?
Look at her on the green. Look at her in the background.
Can I get a witness?
Oh,
so what we're going to cook today is an Indian recipe.
Yes.
Because
it just hurts to see me, y'all. The sheep of this world that eat it up and fall for it, right? The sheep of this world. It's painful.
yes. You are Indian.
Yes.
So we're both Indian,
yes.
But actually we're both South Indian.
Yes.
I am Kamala Harris. My pronouns are she and her. I am a woman. I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been. You know? What can be unburdened by what has been.
What can be unburdened by what has been.
Ooh, this is a reveal.
I've never been asked that.
Ooh.
I did. Kentucky.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, that's
I'm sorry, but we had a clip yesterday that there's no way they're going to let Trump win. Right? They're going to rig it. They're going to kill him. They're going to do something. There's no way they're going to give up that power. And if she wins, we're done, y'all. We're done. We are done as a country. World War III. I mean, look how bad it is now. It's going to get worse, right? She had her 40 years of a chance, right? People just forget, like, just because Joe Biden, like, who was Joe Biden's sidekick? Her, right? She was the vice president. And look what he did to the country. Or the Democratic Party, right? Those powers that be. Look what they did to the country. We're done, y'all. We're done. If she wins, this is a big election that's at stake. I may go live that election night and we'll just sit here and watch. You know, we'll switch around from MSNBC to Fox News, you know, to like maybe Joe Rogan will be doing the End of the World podcast. We'll jump in on his live stream, right? Let me know if you guys would like that, right? I haven't been going live. I don't really feel like going live, honestly, but for the election, we might have to because there's so much at stake. And I would love, I'm sure PBD is going to be going live. Tim Pool, all those guys are going to be going live. It'll be cool to jump in their videos for 10, 15 minutes and just switch around. That'd be pretty dope.
Not let that rally looking fool you, because Fulton County has been doing this for years. Before the rallies, they get busloads and they go pick up the homeless people. They offer them food, drink, and a little change to come to the rally, so the rallies will look full. Now, you got to realize she just dealt with the rally, and I want to say it was Pennsylvania, where it was less than 60 people. It was quite embarrassing for her. And so that's not going to go down in this blackity black city. Okay. It's just not going to go down. They are absolutely going to make sure that thing looks packed out. So I want you to know, that's why you only saw certain angles as well. But I want you to know, people aren't for her like that. That's why they're having to pick up homeless people. That being said, I'm gonna give her this. She's not the only one. It is a very Fulton County, Atlanta thing. You can see it.
She knows.
Before
She's
all
from
of the
there.
Democratic rallies. You can see it. Now, I've never seen them pick up people and pay them to vote Democratic, but it's been said for years that they literally will go pick up homeless people on the days of the election and pay them to vote. They need the money, so they do it, because what poor and desperate is what they're banking on. I haven't seen that, but I have absolutely, and I saw yesterday them picking up the homeless people to come to the rally. So do not be fooled. They'll tell you it's a lie. I'm telling you. This right here, 1000%.
All right, family, there you have today's reaction, but it might be a lie, but the majority of us don't know that. So all those Democrats, if they lie, fake the election, they're going to say, well, look at her rallies. They're packed, right? 20,000 people screaming her name. I don't know, y'all, but a lot is at stake this year. A lot is at stake the future. So yeah, but anyways, y'all, hope you guys enjoyed today's reaction. If you guys did, be sure to leave a like, comment. All my new watchers, hit that subscribe button, y'all. We do daily uploads. I try to, right? I try to do daily uploads. I might miss an upload here or there, but at least 5 videos a week. We're shooting for 7 this week though. But hey, this is Segovia. I'm signing out of the man cave. Hope everyone has a good Sunday. Today, let me know what's on that menu today. I'm about to go get some arrachera, some bacon wrapped jalapenos, some corn on the cob on the grill, probably some corn tortillas. My lady's gonna make some salsa. It's gonna be a good Sunday, y'all. I love to cook. I love to cook on Sundays. I hope everyone has a good one. This is Segovia. I'm signing out of the man cave. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow on Monday. Finish the week strong, y'all. Later.